I want to talk about Boeing. I want to bring in Jim Lebenthal, too, our so-called Mr. All-In, the farmer. All right. They missed on the top and the bottom line. I wanted you to come in, not just because Steve Weiss is on and he hates Boeing, as you know, but what's your read? What's your read on this? Year to date, the stock's down 2.5%. 3 months down 6%. 1 month down 7%. And somehow you're going to come on and tell me everything's just great?
Well, I'm not going to tell you everything's great. I mean, there's a serious management credibility problem here. And you can see it when the call starts and what he's talking about is vaccine mandates and somebody new who joined the company.
He is Dave Calhoun, right? He is Dave Calhoun, the CEO, right?
Yeah. There's a serious credibility issue here. What the investing community wants to hear about is when is the 787 going to start getting delivered again? There's no update on that, and it's been several months, and that's a serious credibility issue. He says that the 737 MAX is going to be approved in China by the end of the year. That's a milestone that's 2 months away. Okay, I'm going to give him those 2 months because that's worth waiting for. If it comes through, this stock will take off. They're going to start, if that comes through, they're going to start delivering 737 MAXs in the first quarter. But, you know, absent that, I'm not going to tell you everything's rosy. If you're going to ask me why to stay in the stock, there's one very good reason.
That's my next question.
Yeah, and there's one very good reason. The airline industry is back in growth mode. Plane orders are being placed, including at Boeing. And if you want to grow your airline, as many airlines across the world do, you have to go to Boeing. Airbus is all booked up for the next 7 years. It's just the power of a duopoly. And I don't want to hear Steve come on and talk about the duopoly between McDonald's and Burger King. That's stupid and silly.
Okay, well, I'll let him speak for himself.
Well, it has not been stupid and silly because we've seen more orders go away from Boeing and go to Airbus, and Airbus can build additional capacity.
That's factually false.
That's not factually false, Jim. We've seen it with some airlines that didn't want to rely. They both have positive order flow because it is a duopoly. So look, I've told you repeatedly, and I've tried to help you, and you just don't want that type of aid to help you make money. But David Calhoun is the worst person to run this company. He presided as chairman of the board over all the safety issues, all the problems the company's having. But the issue is Boeing can't get a new CEO because they've got to continue to deal with the FAA and foreign regulators. So they're stuck with terrible management. So the stock will go up in spite of itself over time, but it'll really go higher, I believe, if they get new management in there. So look, to hold on for the China order, that's great. It may not happen. You point out that management is a credibility issue, so you're willing to bet on what he said. I saw the interview with Phil LeBeau. Great interview, bringing him here, but it was great because it confirmed everything that I've thought about Calhoun and the stock. So I would go make money elsewhere if I were you. It's taking up space in your portfolio that at this point has to be aggravating you. And I hate to see such a good friend aggravated day to day.
Jim, I'll give you a chance to. Jim, you can respond to that, but it is striking to me that you suggest that they have a management credibility issue, but then you turn right around in the second half of the sentence and say, but.
Yeah, I explained it, and I'll explain it again. It's a duopoly. Airlines are growing their fleets again, and they have to go to Boeing. There's just nowhere else to go. You can't go to Airbus and get planes. You can't go to Comac. That's not even certified, even if you trusted their certification process. You have to go to Boeing. It's a captive market. That's the reason to own it. And you know what Steve actually said? Stock's going to go up, and it will go up more when the CEO changes, which the CEO will change. I think the FAA actually wants that. But probably the next catalyst is when Boeing sells some planes to FedEx to get their operations back on order, back on track. And, maybe FedEx will be used to deliver some Moderna vaccines.